Excuse me. I was not trying to do that as I opened the mic. Excuse me though. Morning. Just wanted to share that quick meme. I thought that was pretty funny. Good morning, everybody though. Good morning, Eric, Mel, Creator, Sandollar, Queen Sylvia, E, Alexis, B Ferg, Kim, D Touch. I like that energy, B Ferg. Good morning, badasses. I like that energy. As you guys can see, the game plan is already typed out. Really just focused on the previous day high, previous day low range. Good morning. Let me share the stream link around. Oh, I forgot to do daily updates post. Whoops. Every morning I'm trying to get better at posting the news and stuff. Earnings. Alright, that's posted, bet. Alright, let's see the PCE info, because that already came out for the most part. Alright, so we have mixed data. We have, what is this? It looks like we have bad, like, further out data, but good short-term data. Month over month is alright. Year over year is flat. Personal income month over month is red. Personal consumption month over month is green. And yeah, PCE is pretty much in line. The previous was 3.5%. This one's 3.4%, but that was the forecast. So probably not getting any exciting move from that today. Most likely going to hold the previous day higher low, or since we've already been breaking lower, the mindset of us doing nothing might just be to continue lower. So I would be looking for us to range trade or continue lower today based on today's data. That should be what direction that sends us into, but we'll see. Not going to sit here and play a guessing game. We have plans for all sides, so we don't guess around here. But that looks like the info that came out today based on all the data, and hopefully some of that info helped you out. We are 3 minutes, or sorry, we are less than a minute before the open. Let me turn the extended hours off. Market's about to open. What's my time axis? Yeah, I was about to say it's pretty effed up now. Let's do like 30 or something. There we go. Market is open. We have a slightly higher opening at about 414 area. Not much of a move higher yet from the open, but market just opened. So we'll see if they come back down, fill the gap from overnight. Not really that big of a gap. It's about $1. Or do they continue on to the 416 area and try to reach towards the previous day high and the 2 day ago close, which we don't normally keep that marked, but I thought since it was so clean right there, I would just go ahead and leave it. And then our downside previous day low demand is very clean as well. We mixed in 2 of our bigger time frame levels up to the pretty much the first red candle before a reversal. They wicked at the open, flipped red. You saw green to red. Why do I have AFRM here? Oh, this is to chart for D-Touch. Oh, no, I remember why now. It's because it was an inside bar. My bad. I was supposed to post this, but I didn't because I got on late. Yeah, AFRM is an inside bar. Looks like they wicked the 1775. I'd look above 18 and 1775 or 16. I wouldn't even bother with this inside candle here. I would focus on the outside levels. There's not enough room there in between. That's from the inside bar from yesterday. That was where the reversal came from, if anybody missed that yesterday. That's what that drawing was that I just deleted. Traded inside of a previous candle. We got a breakdown at a reversal point, and that's what they pulled back from. Which I don't think I fixed that chart. Oh, maybe we didn't need to. That's pretty. This is pretty much what you need to draw. It was right here. If you want to continue that little supply. Google. We're gonna keep Google, Meta, and Microsoft all on the bigger time frame chart because their moves that were really big from their earnings. So we're gonna just kind of leave them around that, so we can watch the more important levels instead of watching more levels. And then we're gonna leave the rest of the charts on the normal charts, where the normal day trade levels are. Hey, welcome to the low supporter gang. Need death roll dump or rocket rally, please? Yeah, any movement would be nice. See, this is really awkward too for day traders right now because they actually just opened us in like probably the most indecisive spot of the chart right now. They're right in between previous day highs and the previous day lows. Previous day closes way down here. Previous day opens way up here. So we're opening in between a lot of really good short-term levels that a lot of people are going to be watching, as well as bigger time frame levels. You got some up here, you got some up here, you got some up here, but we're in between like everything. So I think the first 10, 20, 30 minutes a day, which I know a lot of people don't want to hear, you probably need to just relax and try to get some info from the chart first, and then take it how you see it. But with the data by itself, we either range trade today or we break lower, because the data wasn't anything exciting. A lot of it was in line, some of it was slightly positive, some of it was slightly negative, so it's going to be pretty much perfectly mixed, it looks like. Which I'll read out the summary of that here in a little when it pops up. I'll let you know. Actually, there are some reports here. Big pre-open gains at Amazon and Intel have boosted futures tied to the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100. Amazon beat earnings and revenue estimates and said it is seeing the pace and volume of the AWS deals picks up. Intel beat estimates and issued above consensus guidance. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, though, is poised to open lower, held back in part by weakness, and Chevron followed its earnings miss this morning. Separately, ExxonMobil is modestly higher in the pre-open action after reporting worse than expected earnings and revenue, but raising its quarterly dividend to 95 cents a share from 91 cents a share. Oil futures are up. 2-year note yield, 1 basis point. 5.04. 10-year note is up to 2 base. Okay, so they're barely up. Being overnight developments. Out of all of that, the only thing new that I didn't read out loud is, well, 1, other earnings, but 2, apparently CEO Jamie Dimon confirmed today that he and his family plan to sell a portion of their holdings. Starting in 2024, they currently intend to sell 1 million shares, subject to the terms of a stock trading plan. It's like they're preemptively telling everybody, hey guys, don't freak out. We're not leaving yet. What's up, Dondu? And it's Friday. Yep, good point, Chris. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Ace. Good morning, Garden Trader. What's up, Ace? You said fib 50%. I honestly didn't draw it because I just I just thought we were inside of a such a range. I was like, I don't really see the point. But you can draw the overnight gap fill, the previous day close up to today's open, and you can try to look to see if they're going down to, in this case, it looks like it's 413.39, 413.15 area, and see if they give you like some sort of bullish hammer, a piercing line, a bullish engulfing, some sort of bullish candlestick to give you some sort of buying pressure short term back to the upside that can possibly reach today's open, possibly today's high. If you get a breakdown of this, we're most likely headed towards previous day close. Sorry, my voice is like running out. And if you're talking about the fib from previous day high to previous day low, that's probably what you're talking about, actually, isn't it? That's so on point. Good morning, Brian. What's up, Creator? What's up, Jacko? What's up, Taylor? Good morning, everybody. We already posted the levels for Triple Q and SPX the other night, so if you're in the Discord, you already have this link. But both of those are set as well. You can see they're all pretty similar. Like I said, some of the earnings charts, we're going to leave the bigger time frame charting, so if you feel like your levels are off, they're not off. Your TA routine levels are not off. I'm just not looking at that chart. Tesla's in previous day high supply. They can surpass 213. Bulls can really get going. If you start to see some bearish candlestick patterns pop up or lower highs, start to look for bearish reversals back towards the middle part of that range. I wouldn't totally say it's going to dump to the low yet. You definitely want to see more info before you say that. Meta stuck in its previous day range. Burke B taking a fall. JPM taking a fall. United Health Group took a dip. So we have banks and healthcare down. Discretionary's up. You have tech sector up. This is the pure blood sector. And then you got your comm sector up. So we got a little bit of a mix of just sectors today. And it makes sense. We're in the perfect smack dab part of the range. We're up higher, you know, with the higher open, but we're pulling back. So it honestly, a lot of this stuff makes sense so far. Like I told you guys with the news too, not really that exciting of news, nothing really surprising. A lot of the data in line for the most part. Good morning, Green. How you doing? Crazy how helpful fibs are. Yeah, fibs are nice. It at least gives you some sort of, I don't know, you could say a calculated move, but I just like it because it feels like I can trust it more. Because it's something to go off of. It's not just like, oh, I think it's holding at a good part of the chart. No, you actually have a fact saying, yes, it is holding a good part of this move you drew. So I don't know, I feel like you get a lot more out of it. King Carnage said, just a benchmark for price action that isn't a major level. It's 50% for a reason between levels. Exactly like a good secondary level. Yep, just getting a slow pullback. Not really surprised by this. The data just wasn't anything crazy. So you get the higher open because you were already there. You had earnings, you had all that stuff. More news comes out, not really anything crazy, pulls us back a little bit, but not violently. It'll probably be violently if we break 411.50s, but we'll see if that happens today or not. Right now, though, still holding above the previous day close, still holding above previous day low demand. Also, just a quick little breakdown for anybody who's new to the channel. I like how it showed our search history. It was like showing all the memes we were looking at. So, if you go to the Bueller Buys channel or Bueller Trade channel, whatever the hell I should call it, literally the latest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos will almost give you everything you need on the channel. I would still check out the Road to Consistency playlist in the playlist section. I would also still check out Workshop 11. You can go to Popular. It's the second video. This would be the video to watch. And then if you want just one more, I really like giving people this one because it's quick. It's that 5-minute supply video. This one right here. How to chart and use supply and demand areas from previous day in less than 5 minutes. So it's a very quick breakdown. But I would check this one out as well. I feel like that kind of gives you a good breakdown of everything we do here daily. But those latest 5 videos, though, why I say check those out is because that is literally the whole routine. Everything we do is in those 5 videos. So I'm probably going to leave just those 5 up for a while, and then maybe post some member-only videos along the way. But I think those videos should be rewatched, even if you are a seasoned BB trader. I had tons of people who have been in my chat for about a year go back and rewatch those, and they were like, wow, this really helped me kind of, well, one, re-break down stuff, but kind of just re-go over it. It kind of, re-concrete it. Make sure that info is real in your head. It's not just kind of like you're guessing. I guess it's good to test yourself to see if you still understand it. Or, better yet, if you understand it further, who knows? Maybe over the last year, you might have progressed. You started understanding more about the system without looking at videos. Just by trading more, you got it down. So, I don't know. It's kind of cool to just see the different progression levels. Alright, so here on the 5-minute time frame, we're going to move up time frames here in a second just to kind of look at different things. But right here on the 5-minute time frame, you have a bullish hammer at a pretty good support. So we'll see if we can get some more bullish price action. What you want to see, what would be ideal, is kind of a reactive move, really, is what I call it. So any kind of reactive move from any point of this base, any kind of reactive green move, you want to see that. We had a small one here, we had a bigger one here, we had another one that finally took over, right? These are called reactive moves because they're finally hitting the support, right? So you're not always going to get just a touch and then a pump, right? And if you do, it's going to be a little hard to catch. So if you miss it, who cares, right? But if you get multiple touches here and they hold with reactive moves and you get the pop over both of those reactive moves, sometimes there's only one, that's going to be very bullish. So that's your base build move. That's a high or low. They're breaking over the reactive moves. They're showing more bulls are present. So that's what you need to be looking for here around the 413 area, kind of near previous day close, previous day low. So if you could see any of that down here, that'll give you pretty good risk reward for short-term longs, vice versa for short-term shorts. Yeah, good call out. They were moving pretty well here on XLK from King Carnage, but they broke over the next level, but they kind of stopped at this little slowdown here. Almost at the previous day close, it's way down here. Kind of the high before that previous day close, right at the last hour of the day. Holding this day's open, but kind of stopped instantly right there. Interesting. Healthcare falling, we already knew that. Banks falling, we already knew that. Discretionary still holding up higher, it's a good sign. And comms are still holding good base. Microsoft holding over a pretty good spot. You can also watch your Apple chart. Apple, Microsoft being a really big part of that XLK sector. Nvidia not doing so hot. Not looking good against a pretty big area of resistance too. Same for AMD. Let's look at that SMH chart. Okay, so they're kind of rejecting what we just saw SPY kind of reject. They're making a lower high from it now. See if they crack low of day or not. But that would be your semiconductor ETF is why I'm looking at that. Which is a pretty big part of your XLK. So yeah, I guess we just need more info. But right now, bears are in full control from open. They have filled the overnight gap, it looks like. They're getting very close to. Everybody type filled gap at the same time, whether you're in Discord or YouTube. Here in a second. Hasn't done it quite yet. It's very close. Which I feel like that's a logical thing to do from the open. Honestly, whenever you have like a non-significant, like higher open or lower open, I feel like you almost not always, but it just logically makes sense for us to go fill that gap because it's like an unsure area of like information. So it makes sense that price would go down, fill that. Even if we are bullish or bearish, it doesn't matter to me. That just makes sense. So try not to think too deep on that if you're someone who thinks about overnight gaps a lot. Gapimus, Philemus. Good bounce off pre-market low. Apple possible 80% entry. And yeah, they pretty much filled the gap. There's like a couple cents there, but that's about it. Yeah, watch out for short-term bounces until we break the previous day low. Once previous day low is broken, then you could look for more shorts. Possible retest as well. Good morning, Zeke. Good morning, anybody I might have missed. I didn't read them all out this morning. Just wanted to pop in and say, what up? I'll see you Monday. Hey, totally fine, man. I hope you get a great weekend's break. I hope you get to refresh. I hope you get a little bit of relief this weekend. So therefore, on Monday or Sunday evening, either way, I hope you feel just, like I said, refreshed. I hope you feel like a new person. But you deserve that break. Get that break in. And we'll see you again Sunday night with the watch list. And then we'll see you Monday. This is a judgment-free zone, guys. If you end up needing a break, that's pretty important. Don't just like pretend that's nothing. And also don't try to act like someone's going to beat you up if you tell them, hey, you need like a day or so break. A break is very important. Your mental health is very important. So you end up kind of getting shaky, or you just feel like you're rushing into everything, or you just feel really clustered, or you feel really shitty, don't trade then. Back up. And if you feel like you don't have the strength to not take a trade while looking at charts, then walk away. Get off the screen. Yeah, it's been a fire week. This has been a great week. Every single day has been full of opportunity. I think yesterday, too, some people even hesitated because every day up to that point had so much opportunity that I think a lot of people were expecting yesterday to be more of a boring day. And then even yesterday was a great day. Yesterday was very great. So, I thought that was kind of funny. See you later, Zeke. Good morning. Hope everyone is green. What's up, Mr. Shadow? Good morning to you as well. We have a guy in our office we call Kit Kat because he takes breaks all day. All right, overnight gap is filled, everybody. You can officially type that. Overnight gap is officially filled. Hey, I appreciate you. Good morning. Fill gap. He said you can all officially go long. There is better risk reward now that that's filled for longs, in my opinion. But like I said, you should be long here until proven otherwise, which the proven otherwise scenario is us breaking 41150s and this higher low right here. But also remember the bigger trend. You know, what have we been doing all week? We've been popping up, dropping, ranging, popping up, dropping, popping up, dropping, popping up, dropping, popping up, dropping. So I don't think it's really fair to say you should just randomly start buying dips, but that is kind of the scenario, and based on the shorter, you know, price action looking at just previous day and today. But when you zoom out, it's a lot more apparent on what's still going on. Also, we talked about what has already happened on the bigger time frames. We already had a bearish kicker this day, and we closed lower under a major shoulder. So it looks like as long as we hang under 415 and 417s, there's a pretty big chance we can see 410, 407.50, 400. So we'll be looking towards those levels as long as we stay under that orange little highlighted area. But also, if we end up holding today's low, maintaining between previous day high, could get an indecisive candle, and maybe this can be seen as a fake low where we see a reactive move on Monday. If we have good, you know, again, earnings, we still have Apple next Thursday. So that's really the big focus is Apple next Thursday, because if they end up coming out with pretty good earnings, then we probably will end up holding a little bit of a level up here, and then we'll either get a better retest for further downside, or you'll get a slow, very kind of annoying move that holds higher above 420, and then we'll look for a better higher low from there, which would be a very, very slow and ugly base build. But no data really changed anything. Inflation not really changing too much, not really slowing down either. They keep trying to tell us that it's slowing down, and it's not. We have like 3 or 4 months of like no increased inflation, and they think everything's done. And yeah, fat red on oil. You had Chevron reporting missed earnings. You also have Exxon reporting missed, but I think Exxon opened higher. Yeah, and now they're tanking lower, so they're being pulled down more. And yeah, look at Chevron all the way through the floor. Now that won't show you as much on your oil futures chart as it will as your XLE chart, because Exxon and Chevron are the top 2 weights of XLE, which is a portion of the S&P sector, SPY. Not really a big enough sector to really mention too much on its own, but still. Pretty crazy sector the past couple years, as some of you may know. But let's go down to the smaller time frames again. Let's just see what the heck's going on. All right, we're still holding previous day low, or sorry, previous day close and previous day low demand. See if a reactive move happens like I was talking about, or do we get a breakdown? But give me a thumbs up or some sort of emoji in the chat so I know that you know what I'm talking about, what the game plan is from here. We talked about a potential of base building, we talked about the potential breakdown, and what you want to see in both of those scenarios. Not just saying look for this, but breaking down exactly what you want to see. But good morning, Daffy. Always happy to see your name pop up. Always love seeing the Daffy in here. Daddy Buck, as we call him. Got your eyes on target for a short swing with cost and target dropping together. It's also pretty good info too if you're, I guess, more of your staple type stocks. If those are dropping, I guess that's not really that great of a sign. But a good sign if you have tech up though, because then at least you have that rotation. But great morning, everybody. We had a full day stream Wednesday, a full day stream Thursday, and I don't think I'm going to do a full day stream today because I do have to take care of something kind of in the second half of today, but I will be here for a little while. What else? We had a full day stream last Wednesday, last Thursday, in which we did kind of a seminar kind of session at about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock my time on those streams. And then we put those together in a video, which you can watch publicly on the channel. And then Friday we kind of just chilled and had fun. So I'm kind of doing the same thing today, kind of just chilling. You're a stickler? Totally fine. I figured there'd be a couple of you here. I'm open-minded, so you're not going to hurt my feelings. Looks like a couple of you are down with the game plan. Good to hear, good to hear. And we were right about it yesterday. We talked about how it might be boring to watch, but that's where your base builds come from, you know. You had a low, they ended up breaking it, had a massive reaction move, right? Had another low, but didn't really break that new low, and then ended up holding a very nice hammer that was kind of a fake low for a second where everyone thought it was going to keep dumping, and then it held that next bigger time frame level, whipped back up. Now it looks super bullish. You know, then they 3-bar play up, popped that both of the reaction moves, and then it was bullish up until the next level, which I would have told people to probably target, like, you know, 414s, maybe right here where they were catching support and breaking lower, but it's a nice thing to see it go all the way to the next level. Mel said took some puts. Microsoft. What do you like about Microsoft? You just like where it's at on the chart based on all of its dips lately? Crazy too, they lost pretty much all of their earnings gains. If you go back to the 5-day 5-minute, gapped up all the way to 346. Pretty much brought that all back in about a day and a half. Looks like they're trying to retake it right here though above the 332s. Nvidia still just kind of decaying away from its resistance here at 410. See if that trend continues in a little bit. Amazon's still holding a lot of its gains. We'll see if that ends up like Microsoft or not, pulling back a lot of its gains. But again, you saw though, it took a little while for Microsoft to even do that. So you might not see just a complete downside move on Amazon if it happens. But they seem to be holding a lot of their gains right now. Same for Meta. Looks like they're wanting to fill that overhead gap. What is that? They hit it. "30-minute candle's a little awkward looking. Thank you, Ace. He said, now gap filled. Nike is weak relative to the others in XLY. Ooh, good look, D-Touch, looking for a potential laggard or a potential leader. I like that. That's always fun to do too. Not even just to like try to find a take a play, just because it's kind of cool to watch it potentially late react. How's my baby AMD doing today? She's aight. She's aight. Ooh. I really hope this chart doesn't move today. Because I would oh, damn it. There's earnings soon. Never mind. That just destroyed all of my hopes and dreams. Implied volatility is going to increase as we get closer to earnings. It's going to make the option chain a little bit more wild, more volatile, as well as more expensive. Once earnings are over, that will cool off. And then we can proceed trading it again. A lot of good posts from a lot of different members in the chat and the Discord. See stuff from Boo Rock, D-Touch, Wacko Jacko, Zaytoven, Mel, Chupapi, Taylor's in there as well. Got a lot of people posting in the post charts channel, so if you're in there, definitely review some of those posts. I like a lot of those today. Very clean. I couldn't even catch up to y'all's past 2 days results and reviews. I was having a look at that last night, and then I just randomly passed out. That's what I passed out to, looking at y'all's trade reviews. I was like, holy crap, there are so many in here. Another hammer at that support. Like I said, you want to look for good bullish moves from here after they fill that gap if they don't break previous day lows. So this might just be the first reactive move towards like today's open, today's high. Hopefully we get a better high or low, and then you guys can get a better option here, not just taking random green candles out of support, considering we have been in a downtrend the past few days and we've broken major supports on the daily time frame. So if you are going to catch longs, you want to be sure of it. You want to have very passive signals. You want to be very, very careful, as you are not in a part of the market that you should be just randomly longing right now, nor randomly shorting after how much dropping we've done. For new trades, definitely want to be very, not hesitant, but you want to be careful. You want to limit yourself to certain variables. But pretty good buying pressure from that area so far. Saw how they turned in from a red candle to a green candle and even wicked up all the way. That's very, very clean. But how is everyone this morning? What's everyone watching? I'm sure some of you are out of energy. We have done 2 days back-to-back full-day streaming. Let's see if this short-term reaction move turns into anything bigger, or do we end up getting this higher low? And if that higher low fails, do we end up getting a break of support? 3 different scenarios in front of us right now. Triple Qs are also against resistance at 347.75. SPX just chilling at that support as well with SPY. Apple poking its head above. Pretty good sign by the largest tech weight, as well as Microsoft, 2 largest tech weights poking higher. Nvidia still struggling, but they had a hammer in the previous candle. Even had Amazon push a new high after all that strength they had from their earnings. Tesla still just kind of chilling, not reacting to anything from Amazon. Why we say that is because those are the 2 largest weights in that sector, XLY. Discretionary. Banks pretty much just got more weak. JPN looks like it's still getting more weak. UNH got a good reaction move. See if they pull away from that. I'd be bearish on UNH if you guys want to take this chart. I'm not really a huge fan of day trading it. I like to swing trade this chart more. But if you want to take some short-term shorts and keep your stop at like today's high, this could be a really, really good move down to 520.25 again. This is really like their big important level right now. So they had it before here for short-term upside, and then when they came down, this is where they held for short-term. So if they end up cracking down from here and make it to here, this should be a big target. But if you ever see the ultimate break of 520s, this is what you should play. You should be looking at 520s on UNH. 520s is very crucial, and I feel like people don't take this serious enough because this is the largest weight for XLV, which is the second largest weight on SPY. And it is at a crucial part of its chart. If it's going to catch support here and get some buying moves, this is going to help SPY bulls. What did you just see SPY lose the other day? Major shoulder support. That would help them get back up a little bit, especially if tech is rotating with them. So we'll see if that ends up happening or not. It's just a scenario to think about. But also, what happens if they just keep getting weaker and they end up breaking this historical support that a lot of people probably think will hold? Then it's not going to look so good on SPY, as the second largest chunk of it falls to the ground. So we'll see what ends up happening over the next couple weeks on that. That's not really something you're going to see happen in just a day, but definitely want to pay attention to that. 520s on UNH. I just realized what I typed. 2 day ago close. It was 2 day ago PDC. That was stupid. Good morning, Leland. Always happy to see you in here, man. How you doing? Scalped Apple calls for 13% in and out. Good job, creator. Make sure to post that reasoning, or at least go over it with yourself if you're not going to. Bullish hammer on the weekly with Amazon. Good post by Alexis. Huge W took on great size on Apple. Wow, great job, Deep. Round of applause for Deep, everybody. Took a good percentage, and apparently he went in with some size. I'm very happy for you. Possible right shoulder easily forming on the weekly with Netflix. Oh, early formation on the weekly with Netflix. Okay, my bad, my bad. I read that kind of wrong. Good looks, though, Alexis. Good looks. Everybody, great updates. I like the pattern recognition. If you say it out loud, too, I feel like people think, like, oh, that guy knows what he's talking about. Like, no, it's just good to show what you're trying to learn, what you're trying to focus on. It's good to show, hey, I know my work. You know, like when you do your homework and you show your work, it's kind of like here. Now you're not just showing it. Now, do they turn this into a higher low and this holds the 413? Gives us just a very, very short-term test? Or is this turning into another reactive move? Oh, y'all gotta see this one. Y'all gotta see this tweet. Sam Bankman-Fried says he did not defraud anyone or take customer funds. What meme should we put here, everybody? We did a cap the other day. Let's just type lie and see what pops up. I feel like we could do the Trump. That'd be pretty funny. Oh, right here. This one. Never mind. That one took the cake. As soon as I saw Will Ferrell, that was it. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Wrong. Oh, yeah, Trump saying wrong. Yeah, good morning, King Leland. How are you doing? Yeah, the elf one was good too. Will Ferrell's badass. Did you just spell Will Ferrell? Will Ferrell? Like Will Power Hour Orel? Alright, they're holding over this reactive move so far, but like I said, this could just be another reactive move. Yesterday you saw 1, then 2, then you got your better base build move, so maybe you get the same thing going on here. Plus, this isn't really much of saying this is 1 and then 2. This is really all just 1. All just 1 of the same retest still so far. A good sign by bulls to show any kind of presence around that area. Yep, almost got to the open and just rejected under. See if this stays as a reactive move under that today's open. Do we get a better test of that previous day low again, or do you just end up pumping back over today's open? Got a couple things we could look at here. Do they have Will Ferrell in Canada? Alright guys, you ready for the briefing update? So moving the market, strength in the mega caps boosting index performance, digesting another heavy slate of earnings news headlined by Amazon, reacting to the September personal income and spending report which featured inflation numbers that are not likely to persuade the Fed to cut rates anytime soon, and geopolitical angst remains in play after reports that the US carried out airstrikes against Iranian-backed targets in Syria. So as you guys can see, things are possibly ramping up overseas. But I'm going to share all of that because this is a very nice market update. Send that. You said look at Neo. Do I even want to? I'm kind of scared now that you said it like that. Oh, it's finally breaking the inside bar. We had a fake breakout yesterday, then they just held it all day. You're getting a dump from 750s now. What's the next level? 715. The inside bar is pretty big. Possible more blood for Neo. What was the other one I posted that day? It wasn't Tesla, or maybe it was. No, it wasn't Tesla. I posted the bearish kicker on Tesla. It wasn't an inside candle. What you have right now is a potential inside candle, but again, that's not fair to say. It's been 48 minutes from the market open, so I wouldn't take a daily time frame signal right now. Still nice to think about that though, potentially seeing what forms. Indecisive candles on the 30-minute here for Tesla. Like I said, you'll probably just get a range day or a really slow grind down or grind up day based on a lot of the data that came out today. He said, "No, man, we only have Ryan Reynolds and Keanu Reeves. We don't have Will Ferrell in Canada." IWM holding 162 but rejecting previous day demand. Drawn low of day from yesterday. Good job, Zaytoven. Crazy candle on Apple. Let me check it out, Chris. Oh, yeah, huge wick. Huge dip and rip. What's everyone looking at, though? I see a couple of you looking at big weights. I see a couple of you watching SPY. You guys heard all my updates. Just trying to see what you guys are looking at now. Oh, I need to keep checking AFRM. Okay, nothing yet. And Neo's still... Oh, they took another low. We'll see if they keep dumping from that. Qs are still sitting under resistance at 347.70s, 75 to be exact. SPX still above previous day low, and that's kind of what we're seeing here on SPY. Still settling above it. Pretty normal open, to be honest. This was very highly expected. You're looking at triple Q. Nice. AMD and Meta. Which I still have my bigger time frame levels on Meta because I want to wait till more price action's been here, and then I'll probably go back to it. Actually, let's just see what it looks like. Probably looks crazy though. Yeah. Probably zoom in a little bit. Definitely take note though that they're probably just rejecting here. But if they do pump over 300s again, that's a very strong sign by bulls on a psychological level, but also on a technical level with the level that they're breaking. 'Cause that's from the bigger time frame. It's not from the previous day high or something. And then AMD I have down here. AMD is curling up a little bit better. They are getting over their today's open, popping their today's high. So AMD possibly clear skies in 97s. Good amount of base built up too. That's really what SPY is looking to try and do. A lot more base here now, above 413s as well. Glitch in the Apple Matrix. If this was to actually break support too, this would be really, really big for bears because there's a lot of consolidation here now. Not just from your previous day lows, but now from your current day lows. Yeah, the fade. as Nerdy Bicep would say. The fade. The fadeaway 3. I can't say it I can't say it as good as he can. The fade. He's been joining in Fridays, and then today I just didn't bother him because I'm not going to be streaming super long today. But honestly, it's just I've been kind of keeping my own space. It has nothing to do with Nerdy. Nerdy's still around. Nerdy still trades every day. Oh, well, maybe not every day, but every day he sees an opportunity. He's not going to trade junk, but I'm sure he traded every day this week because this week was beautiful. But he's been on futures a lot. I've been telling y'all, he's been grinding on futures and helping out a lot of his like one-on-one people. Every time somebody messages him or calls him, he hits them up, talks to them, breaks down what they need to hear. He's still grinding. My guys don't sleep. My guys never sleep. So even if you don't hear them around me, they're still doing something. I promise that. BB Trader's built a little diffy. What sleep sounds weak. Sounds like you got a case of the bronchitis. AMD new Hive Day. See how it reacts to pre-market high. Good call out by Deep. Good update. Banks continued weakness. Berkby still hanging around the low of day. Apple's still holding a really nice area. 2.2% added to the port. Good end of the week. Shout out to Ace, man. Seriously. I think a lot of us have been rooting for you too, just ever since that BS error or whatever. I'm on the Ace train. Hey, man, but I'm happy for you. Good job. You deserve those gains. Careful, guys. You are potentially still holding the area I said that bulls can get a nice move from. But we're so close to support, you might as well just wait for a better move first. Really good potential hold of demand so far today, though. I will say that. Again, this is very short-term demand. I'm not sitting here saying this is going to send us to the moon. And it's until proven otherwise. We're always conditional. Though it looks good here for bulls, what if they break previous day close? Well, then you're not as bullish. What if it breaks towards previous day low and breaks previous day low? Well, then you're not bullish at all. You should be bearish. It's as simple as that. Set conditions for yourself. He won't send us a screenshot. I just like to mess with him. If he does, even better, but I was just messing with him. Printing around that damn 9 EMA. Yeah, watch that 10-minute 9 EMA. If you want to follow the nerdy bicep rule, he likes to follow the rule where if you get like a green and then a red candle, then a green candle, then a red candle, and they're closing back above around the 9 EMA, you don't have trend. He likes to wait till you have multiple. Exactly. I like that you said that. He said nerdy would say don't trade that crap. Exactly. You should hear nerdy. You should hear Devin's voice, even if he's not here. Devin's voice should still pop up in your head saying, "What's that 9 EMA showing on the 10-minute?" If you're someone who likes to use that, because that is a very good rule. I've always liked that rule. If you've actually back tested it too, you'll see it's pretty strong. I would say way more than not. Not just more than not, way more than not does that work. I hear a lot of voices in my head. You got me and Devin in your head just yelling. That's funny. Good job, Ace. I just saw your tweet. God, one of the biggest furus on Twitter is like just now starting to use Fibonacci like very heavily, and he has the nerve to call out people for using Fibonacci. Jesus Christ. You can't make this shit up. God, the more you look at this, the more you're like, damn, when are bears dumping this? Alright, let's see some weights. I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. Qs are still rejecting, just not really getting any push away. Same for SPX. Apple also weak again. You're about to get a nice move soon, in my opinion. I don't know what direction. I just think you have pretty good risk reward for short-term calls, but not for that far out. And if you remember the overall trend, you'd know that we're most likely headed down, even if it doesn't happen today. Indecisive candle back to back on the 5-minute time frame. We know that because we have long legs and small bodies. So very indecisive candles right now. Ooh, nice, deep. Good self-reflection, too. No, not you guys. Not you, KT. Not you. I'm not naming names because I doubt the person will ever hear from me. And the only reason that person would ever hear from me is if I did mention his name and then somebody ran crying to his DMs or something. So, I'm just not even going to get into that drama. But just know they're a big scam, and they've never used Fibonacci in their life until this past year, and now they're using it and trying to act like they're some king of it just because they've made money and they can draw lines and have fibs on their screen. That's pretty funny. They're a real trader. It's the sad part, too. Very sad part. Real in quotations. Yeah, what's a fib? It's just funny, because, like, you guys in here, like, I look up to you guys sometimes. It's like, damn, my own members use fibs better than some of these financial gurus. Like, it's hilarious. I would rather go to Discord chat or go to Twitter and read y'all's messages or y'all's post, because I know I'm going to get something out of it. Even going to these pages, it's like, what the hell am I getting out of this? Some of them you're kind of forced to see because you go to that the For You screen, and some of that information, because it's relevant to information you already look at, pops up. But I don't know. I would just focus on myself, guys. I would focus on you. I wouldn't focus on others. Just focus on what you're looking at. Limit yourself to your strategy. Don't listen to too much noise. It's just going to hurt you in the end. You versus you, exactly. He said, my opponent sucks. And then Carnage says, I'm whooping my own ass. Twitter is rough. There are some really great people on there. That's how I found this place. But for every one good, there are 100 scammers. No, there are. It's sad. I don't like to make it sound like I'm emotional about it. It's just I am passionate about this shit. You know, I've had so many people come up to me that I've had to invest energy into, and they feel like their lives are torn apart because of some of these people. So I do feel the need to speak on it. But I can only go so far. Some of these people have so much clout that if I'm to say something so wrong, like, it's crazy. You see this in, like, social media, but it's a real thing. If I'm to say anything against the power of these people, you know, my channel will be shunned. You know, our 80 people watching here will never be loud enough to shut out the thousands of annoying voices they have under their, you know, it's just crazy. But I'm just happy you guys are focused on the right stuff. I just hate seeing people get hurt over shit like that. Some of these chats, too, are like $150 a month, $200 a month. It's like, what the fuck? For what? For information that's on YouTube for free? It's crazy to me. That's a lot of money. Especially in today's world. Today's world, $150 is a lot. Because that's sometimes the cost of some of your lower end items nowadays. Whereas before, that wasn't really the case. That's a lot of fucking money, though. to your everyday person, to your everyday consumer, that's a lot of money. He said that's like 2 dozen eggs. Exactly. Alright, Spy, I think it's finally time for you to break down. You've shown that bulls do not have the strength to want to try to take this. Multiple wicks on multiple indecisive candles. Why don't you just send it down to previous day low for the people? Why don't you just send it through 411.60s? 411.49 to be exact. Why don't you give the people what they want? This YouTube membership is worth $100 a month. Yeah, like the YouTube membership, it's $5 a month. What is $5? And I feel like most of the memberships on my channel are gifted memberships. Rambo gives a ton, Leland gives a ton, I give a ton. We've had other members give a couple here and there, so it's like they all stack up. A lot of the memberships in here are gifted too. What would a $200 a month Discord require for you to have to pay for it? It would have to fucking trade for me. That's an insane amount of money. You realize if you're paying somebody $200 a month, they better be giving you actual, not just plays, but actual in-depth breakdowns on why that's an entry and why that's an exit. If they're just giving you, oh guys, buy in here, sell here, that's not really teaching you shit. That is literally worth nothing. You can sit there and you can justify it in your head and be like, oh, but I'm making money on these trades, right? Maybe. Who knows? They better be curing cancer for $200 a month. That's all I gotta say. That is a lot of money. There isn't a Discord that should be $200 a month. I'm sorry. If there is one, you shouldn't be a part of it. And if you are, you're literally part of the problem. That's just crazy. What about 400? Oh, 400's fine. Yeah, and you better never lose a trade. That's another good point, yeah. I better never see a red side of my position ever. And it's funny because you go to some of those chats that do cost $100, $200 a month, and some of those guys don't even wake up for the market. Some of those guys don't even get up. Some of them have never streamed a day in their life. Guys, we are taking a nice push down. Nice, I got 66% right there. If you want my timestamps for my trade, I'll send it in the trade floor on the Discord. Pretty risky though, so I didn't bother typing it in there because that was dumb risky. Oh, looks like Rambo already beat me to it. Leland just said, alright guys, on that note, I'd like to announce my new Discord buys Bueller basic membership $200 a month, and it includes 1 foot massage. Yo! That's a good deal, though. Foot massage? Come on, that's pretty good. Or 63%, sorry. I just did the actual math. There you go. He said DM for the secret membership creator. What's up, Chuck? Always happy to see you pop up, man. So far, you've just seen a little bit of a gap fill overnight, or from the overnight gap. We saw a little bit of a reactive move. A lot of wicks on top after potentially seeing them try to hold support. We're looking good for a little bit. Then the more we had indecisive candles, the more weakness we had, the more it started to look like they wanted to just drop a little bit. And we finally did get a little bit of a drop, but we still haven't really broken anything. We're sitting here at previous day lows for the most part. So even though we did get a nice lower high continuation down, we still have not broken anything as significant. So we're still looking for 411.50s to break, but a nice dip has occurred. So I would be looking for this to be more of a bearish retest before you start to see any dip buys occur. I would need to see actual buying pressure before I start to say, damn, this is looking good for more calls. I'm just not seeing it. And you guys can see I try to like talk about if I'm bullish or bearish in here, but I try not to be like, all right guys, buy calls, buy puts. I'm trying not to be a signals guy. I don't want to be like that to you. I want to give you direction without feeding it into your mouth, if that makes sense. You know, I'm not trying to be like that. So if you feel like I'm not saying something certain or whatever, just ask. I'd be gladly to break it down further. Misi said on that weakness right here, she said there was an outside bar on the 1 minute as well. That's kind of cool that that lined up. She said there was an outside bar at VWAP on the 1 minute. That's pretty cool. Yo, everybody spam some Rambo emotes. I could not speak English, dude. Holy shit. These like last 2 days of streams have really screwed my like I can't speak right. I don't know what's going on. But spam some Rambo emotes real quick. I want to fill up this chat and then send him a screenshot. It's the one where he's yelling. Yeah. Thank you. Just spam that real quick so we can get a full screen of it, and then I want to send it to him. Because he just had a 1K day, so I want to hype him up. I like to hype up my boys. And I've had really in-depth conversations with a lot of my, what you could call a bigger bagger trader, and all credit is to them still. I will never take credit away from any of them, but people like Mel, Rambo, you know, all these guys, we've had in-depth conversations with each of them. You know, and it's really cool to see, whoops, okay, thank you guys. You'll filled up the screen perfectly. Thank you. I can spam him with that. And there are those buyers that we were looking for earlier. They just popped up a little bit later. But we'll see, is this just another lower high? Discord's blown up today. Oh, Bet Creator. I'll go check it out. I was just interested in what you were up to. Okay, nice. Here, you got it. Quick scalp on Apple. Here, let me start at the beginning. Oh, Mel, nice. Small warming up, all out. New one and out. Mel's stacking up early. Remember, Mel, you don't need to burn every bit of cash you have today. You have grown your account pretty big this week, so you don't need to go to the fullest extent of spending every dollar of that account. Remember that. But you're doing great. Creator said, quick scalp on Apple. He liked to buy the dip on the 5-minute, held the golden pocket, entered above the pre-market high, and kept stop at the close under the pre-market high. Wanted to hold 168.27, but sold a little early because it was wiki. Quick 13%. Ah, nice. Okay, yeah, no, I like that, because that is kind of above that initial move. And you sold it into the high. You weren't ignoring anything, so that's perfect. Definitely cannot beat that up. That's awareness, Creator. Good job. It looks like you and Deep took a pretty similar trade, actually, which that's a good sign if you take a pretty good close trade to Deep, because Deep has been in my chat for a little while now, pretty much for the most part of this year, but he's been with it the whole time. Like, he's been in tune, he's been in depth the whole way through. So if you can take a trade close to Deep, that's a very good sign, because Deep, in my opinion, is a very well respected trader in my lifetime group. At least I respect him a ton. His trades are always super clean. He's never here for, like, joking. It's literally just business. Adam said, Rambo is the techno king of BB Discord. I think I'm in love. I said, this is a multi-king server. Kings and queens only. We don't even have knights here. God, y'all should see the trade floor. If you're in the Discord, trade floor is lit up. I love it. Still inside of the Bears in the pocket from that last pop down in the 5-minute. Testing 9 EMA on both 5-minute and 10-minute. Done for now, boss. Good looks, Mel. Jokes are a waste of time. That's why I'm always serious. Appreciate the love. Anytime, Deep. I have pretty good memory of a lot of you guys, especially some of you who have been in here pretty consistently. So if you've been in here for a while working your ass off, I have a pretty good memory of who you are. And I know you for a fact have been kicking ass for a while. But I can't just sit here and call out, oh, this guy's a great guy, this guy's great, because we have so many people in chat now. I could say there's 100 very well-seasoned BB traders in chat right now, easily. But if I was to go and name them, we'd be here a while. So many of y'all, though. Keep up the good work. Don't go crazy. Understand that maintaining is part of the process. It's the longest part of the process. No, we're not doing a full day Friday. Remember, Jack, I literally have to talk to you after this. You're the one person who knows, and you still said that. That's funny. Oh. Yeah, I'm not doing a full day Friday stream, but if y'all want to do a wheel giveaway or whatever, we can. I don't really know what else to give away, though, at this point. I think Ace just wants to see the wheel. He's getting a talking to. No. It's all good things. I just think it's funny. He was the one who said full day Friday. He's the one person who knows what's going on. But I can't wait to show you guys more details, for you YouTube members especially. I am going to be releasing... At first, I was going to keep it private, me and him just do it, and then release one big video. But I was like, you know what? I want to include the YouTube members into this part of the process, so I'll release more info on this over the weekend. But if you're somebody who's a swing trader and you're interested in learning and how we swing trade even more so than some of the... I mean, we have an insane amount of videos. You want to learn, just look. But at this point, if you want to just follow us on something, I will be doing something very soon with Jack, a little cool little project. But I'm going to be setting that up kind of the second half of today so I can have it ready for next week, so that's why we're not doing a full day stream. But I think it'll be something amazing. I think a lot of you guys will enjoy this. I'll probably try to include Noxta a little bit too on like a future project because he's one of my bigger swing traders as well. Sherman. I love Sherman. The one true. But yeah, a lot of cool projects coming up. It's just going to take time. But YouTube members are going to have a ton of videos coming, so just be on the lookout. And this weekend, I'll probably do a PDF post like I did normally for the weekly watch list. So just be on the lookout for that as well. But yeah, a lot of cool projects in the works. Just got to let some time go by. I don't know where this guy came from, but I appreciate him a ton. V Gaken on Twitter. I feel like I've seen this name before. But shout out to you, wherever you are. Thank you for recommending videos to people. I appreciate you. I always get randomly, people pop up randomly, and I swear I know their name from somewhere, and they'll like have like a pretty good following too. I'm like, damn, where's this guy from? Yo, did y'all check out some of the memes? I know this is a little kind of off topic and random, but did some of y'all check out the memes on the channel? I posted extra ones. I posted like 4 over the past couple days, so make sure to check these out if you want. Also, the inside bar if you want to check out how to put that on your screen. Also, it's cool because that screen is pretty trippy looking. Candlestick, create candlestick, and then how you can literally create your own candlestick patterns. Pretty cool. And Alexis, if you want to get in on it too down the road, I know you like to swing trade as well. Get you on some stuff as well. It's really inclusive. I'm not trying to be like cutting it out. I just want to keep it between the YouTube members and people who are there, because that's where I want to put the content at. But I think it'll be super exciting. It'll feel fun. I think everybody will get a good kick out of it. A little bit of a new thing. Also, this week I was telling y'all I was going to do more of those Discord calls, but we did so many full day streams, I just didn't bother. I streamed all day most of this week, so I didn't bother doing those evening Discord calls. But we do a lot of those breakdowns in here, so if you are interested in the maintenance of charts, we do all of that in here. I don't hide anything from you guys. Everything I update, if I do update it off screen, I'd let y'all know first thing because it just sits in my head. It feels weird not telling y'all. Feels like I'm cheating on y'all if I don't say it. In a weird way. And remember, guys, we are still holding previous day lows. On the bigger time frames, we lost the major shoulder. We're looking to trade within it on an inside bar right now. So if we can just have an indecisive day, Monday can definitely have some opportunity for bulls. You also have Apple earnings next Thursday, so that'll be a really big focus. And I'll make sure in my weekly watch list this weekend when I post it, you guys get the news, the earnings coming out this week as usual. I always try to post that. Tooth aching into day, gonna drop my account back down to 4K. Rinse and repeat and wash the floor. You're 5K week, boss. This is sick. That's what I like to hear, Mel. And we're gonna keep that going, right? We're gonna just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, right? And we're gonna do that for what? A while. Then we'll grow our account more. Then we'll pick it up more, right? But we're gonna get even more understanding of what we're doing. We're gonna learn more about ourselves. We're gonna learn more about this little bit of growth that you're seeing here, man. And I say little bit, but it's a ton. Amazing growth so far, Mel. Thank you for setting an example for the community. Let's keep it going. Till 2050. And it's funny because you're making more using less. That's the funniest part. Making more using less. That's the only thing we changed. And maybe a little bit of our staircase method we changed, but got you more focused on that, and look at you. You're just destroying it. I can't even hold you back anymore. I can't even slow you down. But that was the key. So Mel, can I share part of what happened with everyone, or you want me to wait? Because I've kind of broken it down a little bit over the past couple streams, but I didn't really go in depth. Yes, please. All right, cool. So guys, and shout out to Mel for letting me say all of this and be open about his journey. I don't normally like to share people's journey because, one, it's not comfortable. Two, it's their journey. Let them enjoy it. Let them have their time. They don't have to share if they don't want to. So I like to respect that. I like to respect their privacy. But Mel is open to me sharing this. And me and Mel have had a big history over the past few months, as well as with Leland. Many times Mel's gone to me or Leland and really just reset himself. You know, he'll have these big streaks. And a lot of you guys are going to be able to relate to this story, so please pay attention. But a lot of traders get into these zones, and Mel did this perfectly. Gets into trading, right? Sees highs, does really well, sees success, enjoys it, has euphoric moments, right? And then makes one mistake, maybe oversizes, maybe has greed, maybe chases, and then loses it all or loses a lot. Loses more than you want, right? It hurts. Wakes you up a little bit. You get a little bit of a reality call. You're like, hold up, I need to humble myself. Then you get back into it again, you see more success, and then you kind of get greedy again. You know, you keep getting to this point where it's like this greed is just constantly hanging over your shoulders, and it's like stopping you from just seeing the real you, from seeing, you know, better success, from seeing true gains and being able to cut your losses, not just, you know, holding them forever because you don't want to lie to yourself, you don't argue with yourself, you don't want to be wrong, which, again, that's in human nature, to not want to be wrong. So perfectly normal. But he would always get to this point where Mel would, one, grow his account like massively, like I'm talking like tens of thousands of dollars, but then he would oversize in a trade, trying to do the same exact thing. But that was where he was messing up. He wasn't being consistent with the amount of money he was using. So like one trade, let's say he'd use like 4,000, and then he would make 200%. Great. All right, he's got a huge gain there. But then he would use all of that money that he used into the next trade using the same setup, but that setup doesn't work. And then sometimes he'd average in, and it'd kind of mess with him. And it wasn't really his fault. It was just emotional trading. It wasn't Mel being Mel. It was Mel having some alter ego step in and make these crazy trades for himself, right? So we had to kind of pull back from that, right? And he finally said, Bueller, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of getting to this point of growing my account. What do I do? And I said, you need to trade with less. It's not about making a lot of money right now. Right now, it's about trading with less and the learning part of everything. So all of his gains that he had, we pulled them out. We said, hold up, restart, start with the less amount. So now he's starting with, like, what is it, 2K a week? So now he's starting with 2K every week. And every single week, he takes his account to like 7K, 8K, 9K, 10K, 12K. Every week's different. But he takes his account up every single week now with 2K using less money. And all we changed was the numbers. We didn't change anything. He's still taking the same setups. He's still charting the same. He's still looking at everything the same. He still has the same routine. We didn't change a single thing. The only thing we changed is him using less money, him taking less trades, him focusing on just getting 1 or 2 contracts on a trade that's a very high probability entry, and then taking it to his further target, selling at one, you know, so let's say he took a trade up here. He'd take one here at this low. He'd take profits here at this low as it pushed through to here. He wouldn't just hold it to here. Then he would take a second as it's pushing to here. So he's just using the staircase method as well as he possibly can with as less money as he possibly can. He's just limiting himself in every single fashion because right now it's not about the results. It's not about getting a lot of money. Right now, Mel is focused on growing his brain, growing his knowledge of the chart, growing his confidence behind the knowledge of the chart. Not just knowing, okay, these are the trades I want to go for, but having the confidence to go for the trades that he wants to go for. Which is a lot. I know that sounds like kind of vague, but it's not. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to say, all right, this is how I want to trade, And then to actually do it is a whole nother level, because you're having to actually apply energy into being in that trade. It's a lot of conviction to get into that trade. So all we did was limit himself, and look at him now. Bro's making 3, 4, 5K every single week, like nothing. And he's just doing the same thing over and over again. So right now, Mel's going to sit on this exact stair for a long time, because if he can sit here for a while, 1, stacking his capital, 2, being able to be disciplined enough to refresh himself, reset himself over and over and over and over and over and over and over, he's making himself numb to all of these greedy, chasing, FOMO emotions. He's numbing himself to all of the noise. He's numbing himself to all the bullshit. So he doesn't have to worry about that. So now, using less money, it's funny because he's making even more than what he was making when he was using more money, which is hilarious, because you would think, logically, oh, if he's using more, he's probably making more, right? No, because he wasn't consistent enough. Now he's super consistent, and he can do the same thing over and over and over again, and he's pulling thousands every single week. And I'm not trying to like hype anybody into getting into this because of Mel making so much money. Start on your own process. Start small. Aim small. Focus on a system. Limit yourself to it. Over time, you'll create good habits. But if you can limit yourself to doing that same thing over and over and over and over again, like I said, that is where the true growth will come from. So don't worry about the gains right now. Right now, you need to be worried about, do you understand what's in front of you? And do you have the confidence or conviction to actually take it, to actually do it? That's the level you need to be at. He said, I tried less than 1K on the day and risking $250. At 11K, took a trade with 8K gains. What happened? Lost it all. But guys, that's my Mel breakdown. That's the whole thing. And I'm not trying to take any credit from Mel. He came to me, and you could say, "Oh, Bueller changed." No, all I did was just make him see what he wasn't seeing. That's all. That's it. It's still all credit to him. Mel's still doing every little thing on his own. And it's crazy because he does all of this, and he still takes the time to be in the streams, to be in the chats, to be in all this, to spread that positive energy, to make sure that it's not just him succeeding, to make sure that others also rise up with him and see what he's seeing. And I fuck with that. 10 out of 10. I respect the shit out of that. Excuse my language. But thank you, Mel, for letting me share that. Somebody type down what time that is so I can go back and cut that, because I genuinely would love to save that for a small video. Let me just check this. But I feel like that's going to help a lot of people, because that's information a lot of us deal with. We all get into this point where it's like, sorry, like, was trying to read something at the same time, but we get to this point where it's like, I feel like I'm doing so good, nothing can touch me, nothing can hurt me, and then you get like your first real loss, and then it's like, wow, I don't know anything. And that can make you feel so lost, so helpless, so hopeless, you know. And why we talk about structure and stability so much is to avoid that, because there is so much of that just void. Like I said, there's so much just lost in confusion. You can't help it. You know, so you need to give yourself the structure, the stability, the path ahead of you. Therefore, it makes sense. You know what's next. You do this, okay, well, what's next? You do this. So you need to have a routine. That's why that's all we talk about. He said, wait, Mel doesn't win every trade. He said, "What is red pill?" Mel speaking in third. This is what I like too, because like when I feel like when I would like write in my own notes, I would like talk in third person. And if you ever read Mel's messages, he's always talking in third person. Like right there, he said, "Mel, stop chasing. Mel gets in at a key level. Mel has zero FOMO. Mel loves the fibs. Mel likes to study 24/7. You know, 24/8 really." But it's funny because like that's how you need to be. Like you need to be passionate about this. You need to be like almost pushing yourself to become better. You know, to keep sticking to the same thing over and over. But no, thank you, Mel, seriously, for letting me share that. And I know a lot of the people in the chat look up to you as well, just because of the journey we've been on, but I'm glad to share that. Oh my god, guys, we have an update. There's an update. There's an update on the car position. There's an update. There's an update. Alright, go to the Twitter, go to likes. Here it is. So 16 hours ago, FS Trades updated it, but apparently he said this guy's spy call position with his dad's car money is now $2,200, down 80% in 2 days since open if he's still holding. Went from new car to new bus pass. This screams ad. That's bad. We've been following this story pretty heavily. Be better than yourself that you were. Yeah, be better than your yesterday self. Be better than you were the other day. Spy breaking new high of day. Great call out by everybody. I see Taylor saying trying to. Creator said it is breaking. Good updates. Really getting the movement. Oh, you're good, Maddie. I wrote down the time just now. I'm going to go back today. I have another one that I was supposed to cut yesterday, but after I ended the stream, my mind just kind of went everywhere. Jack, I like how you still flexed your height. Don't eat the whole slimy at once. Cut it. It's easier to swallow. Gotta remind the group you're not a Bueller. I got that. Oh. What a week. We've had a pretty awesome week, I'm not gonna lie. Who all enjoyed this week of streams? We had another full week. We did Wednesday and Thursday full day. Do you guys want to do that again? I've kind of been enjoying doing full days not on a Friday. I've been enjoying doing them on days that have more movement, which I feel like Fridays do have movement, but not as well as the weeks or the days leading up to them. But I kind of want to do a full day stream on next Thursday as well and kind of lead into the Apple earnings and like all of us sit here and watch the reaction after hours just because it is going to be important. And if it doesn't go anywhere, that'd be kind of funny, even more funnier. But I kind of want to do one on Thursday and maybe one on like Tuesday or Wednesday. It kind of depends on how I'm feeling, but I like leading into it. So if we do like Tuesday and Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday, I'll do that. So we'll do 2 full day streams again next week, just not on a Friday. I've been enjoying the midweek days more. I also feel like more people are a part of them. It also gives me a little bit of time on Fridays to prepare content for the next week, because I really do take that shit serious with the members. Like with my weekly watch list, I start getting that prepared that Friday. I start getting some of that information already. And then I wait till Sunday and I get the rest of it, and then I send it out instantly. And then I also check on a lot of people, so I gotta make sure all the gears in my community are all working right and got all they're all oiled up and stuff. So give the people what they want. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing at least Thursday stream full day, and then we'll decide Tuesday or Wednesday. It really depends on how I'm feeling or what's there. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing 2 day. Maybe let's just keep that as standard from now on. We'll try to do at least 2 full day streams a week, because I have actually been enjoying them and I can take it. It's actually been pretty easy. I think I've even been starting to trade a little bit better because of it, to be honest. I feel like I'm more at risk of like looking like a fool. So instead of just taking dumb trades, I take either a light risk gamble or I'll take a heavier, you know, more passive trade. So I feel like it's also been helping me a little bit, oddly enough, which before I started, I think I always used to say, like, I feel like if I start streaming, I'll start trading worse or blah, blah, blah. And maybe I did for a little bit, but it definitely helped me out a little bit more. It's not even like that you're putting yourself out there. It's literally just the fact that you're on a stage. It's like, I'm doing this, and if I tell them I did this, they'll roast me, or they won't love me anymore, or this or that. It's like, it's weird. You know, you don't want to look stupid, but at the same time, it's not about how you look. It's not anything about that. I shouldn't have to care about that, and I don't. It should all just be focused on, did I make a good decision or not? Does that trade make sense to me? Do I feel comfortable taking it? That's how it should feel. That should be the questions I ask myself to keep myself focused. And you guys should figure that stuff out too. If there's something bothering you, or if there's something that definitely weighs on you a little bit, ask yourself, like, what is that? Why is that? And then just repeat it out to yourself so you know that it exists. Don't let your problems be fueled. Especially your trading problems, because damn, those are hard to, you know, overcome. You end up getting into this hesitation phase or this greed phase, and then you just dig it deeper. You never get out of it. You always dig it deeper. And it's very hard to get out of that deeper hole once you've done it. Sometimes you even lose motivation. But guys, right now we are still holding over today's open. Alright, let's see what else everything else is doing. So Qs did pull back to 345s, or 346 I should say, held it, ended up pushing back up, which I'm pretty curious now backtesting this. I know it's hindsight, but I like to backtest. What did this fib do? So if you go from previous day close to today's open, okay, we didn't even get there. Held a higher low over it though. SPX also doing pretty well. Tested that level and they were like, nope. Now they're back up through today's open. They went through today's high. Now they're just kind of chilling right under it. We got Apple still near high of day. Microsoft still near high of day. You have Nvidia popping up again, and they are just under their open. It seems like they're having a problem with the 410 level again. Amazon still pushing new highs and still hanging around high of day. They're not giving up any of their strength. Tesla chart all over the place, but holding range, so that's good to know. Alright, let me go back to SPY. If you take a fib from previous day open to previous day close, we worked right off that golden pocket with our first high of day, and again with this new high of day. Previous day open to previous day close. Ah. Like to the cent. It's like basically where the high is, right here on the halfway point. You can kind of see it too, even without a fib, like support here, resistance here, resistance here. They kind of broke down here but kind of hesitated, and then you have like your high right here where we opened and just kind of touched it, and then where we had that push, they kind of hit it again. So you definitely have a lot of structure right here. Good eye, good eye. It's always nice to have a reason for having that too. All done for the day challenge. Account Solid W was able to change my bias mid-trade and go long on ES. Round of applause, Deep. Round of applause. I'm very happy for you. Good job, man. That is not easy to do because it feels like you're chasing it to some extent, but as long as you're following something you've planned, that's okay. Just don't overstep. Very good job, though, Deep. Very proud of the growth. But we could still push up into that area more. 100%, 100%. I like this too because they've actually developed, like, pushed a good reaction move now. Like I said the other day, it took them 1, they had a fake low 2, another low 3, then they pushed. You kind of had that here, 1, fake low 2, and then a potential higher low here in case they don't dump it here and then give us that higher low. But I do like the potential basing here for them to try to touch the top of the range. But again, not really looking for anything exciting today, guys. We know that the news was just kind of in line. There wasn't really anything new, and we have more stuff coming out next week that is very crucial. So if anything, we most likely hold within range, or we have a slow grind up or a slow grind down for the rest of the day. But overall, you cannot complain. This week was amazing. This week was great. Remember, we had the lower open to start it off. We ended up getting a good hold, really good structure over the next 2 days, and then a really just big continuous drop down the past few days. And we are still holding lower highs from that dip down. So really, really, really great week. Keep working mental reps until range is broken. I like that, Mikey. I like that. It's a way of learning without getting hurt. Way of learning without being exposed. And some people might tell you, you know, you have to be part of it to learn. Like, in my opinion, you have to be a part of both. You need to take time to look at this stuff without having risk on the table, and then you need to also take some time to review this stuff while having risk on the table. I feel like if you don't have one or the other, you're kind of missing it, you know? So I feel like you do need both. You need to have a fair share of mental reps, like we like to talk about in here, like you just said, and then a fair share of real reps, which again, you should never be taking more than 3 trades a day. Each trade is an emotional decision. Each time you open and close a trade, that's an emotional decision. Your brain can only take 3 of those a day. Can only take a few of those every day. And then you take too many of them, too many emotional decisions, you're out of money on that, you're out of mental capital. That's when you start to make some of your worst decisions ever. Breaking the bullish golden pocket and 9 EMA and 1375 level, rising volume on the 1 minute, see if it wicks. Great updates. Mel tagged you, Taylor. He made 44% on that. Mel, I appreciate you for always calling out in the live stream too, because there's always some people that'll hit me up and be like, "Man, I wish you would like give Mel his own channel," or I wish these guys had their own group or this or that. It's like he's literally openly calling out what he's doing every day, every time, in the streams. And if I'm not streaming, guess where Mel is? The trade floor, literally sharing anything and everything. So it's like, if you want to follow along, you just gotta, like, I don't know, pay attention. Entered out the bullish golden pocket. Great job. 7% on the port. Damn, 7% on the port. Probably won't touch any other trades today. That is kick ass. Like Mel said, I just did it with Taylor in the open air. Exactly. Oh, sorry guys, just been typing, but I got people to take care of. Good job, Mel. Thank you for sharing that already. You and Taylor already made it pretty clear why y'all liked it a lot, so thank you for sharing that again. Most important, why did I short it? We'll post the chart to see it. Thank you, Mel. And then he did. I took calls from PML to 413.75 earlier too. Don't like the price action, so quick in and out play. See, I like this. This is what a trading community is. I shouldn't have to sit here and, all right, guys, here's the next play. Like, you guys are already doing it on your own. I'm busy doing something, and you guys already took another trade on your own. With reasoning. This is teamwork. If anybody in here is struggling with trading, focus on teamwork. Open yourself up more to the community. I'm not joking. It will take you in, and it will at least give you a sense of direction. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you'll be a profitable trader. No, but you will have a sense of direction, at least, if you're part of this community. I never like to give people fake promises or promises that are never going to happen. I never like to promise people the success of it all. That's just not fair. It's just not right. But on that note, I think I am going to end the stream after Taylor and Mel's call out right there. If you guys would like to review that, tune on over to the Discord. They gave really good breakdowns on that. They called it out live in the YouTube stream. So if you wanted to get in on that, you definitely could have. But I got a bunch of things to take care of now today. I got a lot to take care of. So I'm going to get in on that and yeah, get that taken care of. But guys, this Sunday, weekly watch list will be up like usual. The new weekly watch list I've been doing. So make sure to look out for that. If you're a YouTube member, Discord member, you have access to it. So don't worry about it. You will see it. Monday, we'll start our streams up again, and then we'll see Tuesday or Wednesday which one of those days we're doing as a second full day. But Thursday, we're definitely doing a full day stream, and then we'll see what we do Friday. But thank you guys again. But I will see you guys later on. I just wanted to give you guys that update. Trade safe if you're going to continue looking at charts today. Try not to go crazy. And yeah, thank you, Sandella, for reminding me. I have to check out yesterday's clip and today's clip. I want to get both of those saved in a video. So be on the lookout. I might have 2 videos going up today because I don't feel like uploading them on the weekend. But yeah, thank you guys again. I seriously could never stop saying thank you because it just doesn't feel right to like not end on that note. But seriously, thank you. You guys and your support over Twitter, Discord, YouTube. It's seriously amazing. Not just the subscriptions. I'm talking about everything. Even if you just like my tweet, even if you just say good morning back, even if you just show up here in the stream and watch, I appreciate you. I don't care to what extent you show your appreciation here. I appreciate you to the fullest extent. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your evening. I hope you have a great weekend. Please, please, please take your eyes off this stuff. Please be refreshed for Sunday night to review the weekly watch list and to be here for the streams next week. Be refreshed. Also, because it gives yourself a good break. Give yourself that break. You deserve it. You've been looking at the stuff. You've been working your ass off. So give yourself that break that you deserve. But thank you guys again. You guys gave some of the greatest amount of support over these full day streams. You're only giving me more energy to want to do more of them. So it really is awesome. And I know you guys like it too. So we'll keep it going and we'll keep doing more streams, keep producing good content, keep working together. Really just teamwork. It's never really like I'm a content creator and you guys are subscriptions. It's really like everyone working together. You guys always give me feedback. I give you feedback. It's really nice. So it's an actual trading community. It's not like let's follow this one guy into battle type deal. So I'll see you guys later on. Have a great weekend, seriously. And I'll have all the news and anything over the weekend on the weekly watch list. So just go enjoy yourself this weekend. I'll have it all prepared for you. But see you guys later on. And yeah.